Good. You good? Where you at?
Man, they blowing me up because I didn't know we on line. I had to know my mother call. We gotta hurry up.
Kick your chair up, son.
Okay. This way?
No.
Pump it up.
Stay.
This is a TV show. My brother Sean here, guys. Let the truth be told. Y'all more than welcome to tune in. Well, y'all do.
We'll set up. I have to turn that phone around a little bit. No, the other phone.
Oh, this
thing.
Yeah, okay.
Turn that around so the back of this shoot.
Okay.
What's going on? Tag and share, tag and share, tag and share. We finna get it in. Let the truth be told. We finna get it in. We finna get it in. It's the first segment. We're gonna do Sean Williams, Ask the Undertaker is coming to you real soon. All right, Sean Williams, Ask the Undertaker coming to you real soon.
They're blowing you up, let me tell you. Oh, yeah, because that's nothing but check. Yeah.
All right, we'll get the mic check. Mic check.
Okay. When you see that, right, you know what it is.
Okay, yeah. He
Test.
Testing. Make sure you give us a 30-minute count. Okay, let me get this out of the way.
He be enjoying himself so much.
Yeah. All right. So we're gonna roll. I can see it right here. All right. Tag and share, guys. Tag and share. Tag and share. Don't go nowhere. I know y'all ain't doing none of that work anyway. Yeah. Let's get it in.
Spirit of living God, we love you, God. We praise you. We thank you, Lord, for this space. We thank you, Lord, for the anointed man of God that I'm surrounded with and I'm holding their hands. And Lord, I thank you that I'm holding the hand of a miracle, Lord. Bless us on this show. Let us decrease and you increase, and let us say the things that are pleasing your eyes. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. All right. We're finna roll.
All right.
On the counter. 1, 2, 3. All right, you give 2. Give me 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3. Action.
All right. Well, good evening. Welcome to another episode, Let the Truth Be Told. My name is Sean Williams, and I thank the Lord for being in the studio once again, being surrounded by some good guys today. Thank the Lord for the director of the UPTV being able to take this program for us, Banner City government for keeping this program going. And I thank the Lord for being able to be in the presence of these two good brothers. On my right here, Teddy Kane Jr. and a.k.a. Terrell. And then on my left over here is my good friend, Herbert Burnett. We call him Coach Hub, Minister Hub, and a bunch of different hats that he wear in the community. It's been a long time coming. We want to come back to you guys real soon, and it don't always work out like that. But I thank the Lord for being able to be in front of the camera once again today with all of you guys over our social media outlets. Tag and share. Make sure you tag and share. Put your comments in. We'll probably respond to them after the program. But we thank the Lord for being able to be in front of the mic. You know, we came up with a program a long time ago. Me and Brother Hub talking about what do you do with your mic? You know, what are you doing with your mic? What are you doing with your mic? What are you doing with your platform? We normally have a title for our program, but we go untitled today. Like I told you guys in the beginning of the script, we got some programs coming to you. We got some podcasts that we're working on, and a bunch of different stuff that we're gonna be doing with the new technology.
What's the name of your podcast you got coming?
Man, it's gonna be called Sean Williams Ask the DA Undertaker.
The Undertaker. Okay, I'm looking forward to that.
And so we're gonna be streaming that through our
program. Did Jimmy Pettigrew come up with that name? Because he's the only one I know called you the Undertaker. He motivated you to come up with that. He
called me the hip hop Undertaker. The hip hop, you know.
Shout out to Jimmy.
Yeah, but I thank the Lord for being here and being able to get this program. And I know we're going to get into some deep conversations here about a bunch of different stuff that affect our community, our own personal lives, and this great nation. And so, Brother Hub, introduce yourself to the viewing audience.
Herbert Burnett, Coach Hub, Brother Hub, newly elected Pastor Hub. So I'm really excited about that. I've been running from it all my life, and I've been waiting on it all our life. And so my father, Bishop Underwood, is hanging up the hat, and he's passing the baton to me, and I don't take that lightly. But I'm excited about what New Free Will Baptist Church is going to do in the community.
Well, congratulations, congratulations, and also to your dad, your mom, great people in the community, pillars in the community that's been on so many different fronts. It's just it's unreal and unnameable, the type of things that they've done in our community. To my right, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hey, my name is Teddy Kane. A lot of you know Terrell, Teddy Kane. I'm just glad to be here today. I appreciate y'all bringing me on once again.
Yeah,
I got a lot of good feedback from the last program you invited me on. But man, it's just a blessing to be in front of these two good brothers who play a big, huge part of my life as with mentorship. One thing that a lot of us brothers need, you know what I'm saying, no matter the age, you know what I'm saying. We all need somebody we can talk to and just give you an example of what manhood is. You know what I'm saying? We got more than enough examples of the wrong way to go about things. So this show is real tremendous and giving an example of.
One thing I've always said, and I've always told my brother Hub, when we're, behind the scenes, is sometimes the pastor need a pastor.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
You know, Chico Hines, shout out to Chico Hines. But Chico Hines stopped me one day in my tracks when I was talking about LDA, which I do in Rand 2. He said, what you have to realize is men need LDA too. LDA is bigger than the middle school kids you're dealing with. These men need LDA. And I knew it was accurate because when we started BLT, we were looking for the young teenagers. But the older guys, all the way up to 50 showed up. 6 to 90 in 3 weeks, but it wasn't what we targeted. It was their fathers. And so that's rich.
I thank the Lord for just having discernment, man. And I think big shouts out to AOH and Pastor Bishop Wright, in this past, and then Sister Wright. I just able to speak with her through a program I was doing this past week, online, and that great technology. But it's leading me into a direction, right? So when I had the barbershop, right, I had many of people that come into the barbershop, just different walks of life, and I would have the guys that were working jobs, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they would come in and they would be tired, overworked, underpaid, and you would see that example of manhood. Mm-hmm. Those younger guys would see that hardworking guy, and that guy that was frustrated, with being able to go and rinse and repeat and do the same thing. And then I had the guys from the hood, man, that was looking good, man, fly on a Wednesday, on their way to an afternoon barbecue, And so that vision, because you always talk about that vision. What is that vision? What's that outlook? So for a younger person trying to figure out this thing we call life, because adults don't even understand what this thing called life is. So for a younger person looking at those examples, you got to pick your choice. Pick your poison is what they say. Mm-hmm. So a lot of young folks pick that poison, right? Mm-hmm. And so when I'm sitting over here and I've been mentoring Teddy Kane for about the last 9 months, I've been knowing Teddy Kane forever. You know what I'm saying? And when I look at him, it's an example of one of the guys that had to say, man, how do I figure my way out? How do I figure out? How do I get out of this? How do I get out the hood? How I get my mama out of this situation? How I make a legacy for my life along with my family? And so, and not telling too much of Teddy business, you know what I'm saying? He's facing something right now, you know what I'm saying? And men have talked about it all. Men have talked about it and what we're going to talk about today. So I'm not telling his business. You know what I'm saying? It was something that we want to be able to talk to and air out because he got some upcoming challenges. And we're gonna ride down this road with you. Together. We're gonna ride down this road with you all the way to whatever happens. We're gonna ride down this road. But man, I thank the Lord for you, bro. And I want to say that publicly. I thank the Lord for you because you not only helped me grow. I've talked to you so many times. Doing when I was trying to learn trucking. And I've talked to you more late night on the road, and me talking to you and you talking back to me, and you feed me and I'm feeding you. And there's so many things, through 2 or 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, and we talking about your life is going through, trying to make it as an artist, and the challenges you had is trying to be an artist, and people trying to hang that carrot in your face saying you can make it, which I always thought you could make it. I remember one of your albums I listened to for 2 years straight. Dirty Clothes. I never forget.
Dirty Clothes.
I never
I
forget.
got to go YouTube that one.
I listened to that album, man, but for the longest, and because of just the hoops and just the scenarios and all the different things, you know, that album didn't make it to where I thought it should be, you know. And so, man, you tell us a little bit of whatever you want to tell us, whatever you wanted to tell us, what you want to tell us about, you know, your current situation, what you've been, your challenges, and maybe even how we've been able to just meet those challenges and help you, you know, along the way, see stuff different.
Absolutely, man. It's a big question right there, but it's so many things like you know, a problem or a scenario or a story or things we go through. It's a learning experience for me, probably for you as well. Like, you know, I talk to so many young men as well who go and facing situations, and as they learning, it's a teachable moment for myself. You know what I'm saying? We learn every day. You know, it's just so many different ways to look at a story. Like I was talking to you about last night, I believe I was watching the Kanye story, and I actually had the opportunity to be around some of the moments. You know, I was a younger guy, and I was trying to be a songwriter or artist myself, and was around. But the lens I was looking through at that time was totally different than who I am now. And what the lens was perverted. And what I see now. So in watching part of that story last night, it was heavy. It was heavy, you know, to see it. And I mean, we even one of the scenes, I was there. Like I could hear myself talking in the background, and it was just really heavy. And I just think that we facing some rough times because, like we for instance, what you were saying, man, what we're fighting against is like for instance, I'll take a Snoop Dogg, for instance. I was just looking at him, love him to death, love Snoop Dogg. I think he's a great guy, influenced my life. You know, as a kid, I influenced many people. But when you look at what Snoop Dogg is, in actuality, they've been promoting a Crip all this time. Good guy, you know what I'm saying? But it's like the examples that we have of success are not
they're perverted.
They're perverted examples. You know what I'm saying? And so when you're a young man, you looking at everybody wants to win, like you said. I got that from him. It's a simple thing, but everybody wants to win. Everybody wants to be successful. And so when I look at my examples of which direction to head to, I look at people who I relate to. That's the first thing you're gonna look to. You're gonna look to who you can relate to, who's been where you've been, who looks like you.
Yeah.
And every example that I can point to has, I mean, man, is the same images. You know, so it doesn't tell me to go. It doesn't tell me to go to school. I mean, because and like he was saying earlier, most of the examples that we see of hardworking men, we choose to look at those images in a negative light, because we see the struggles, we see the stress, we see our grandfathers and fathers working hard every man, and it's like without appreciation.
Never make ends.
The world don't appreciate them. The women sometimes don't even appreciate them. It's like if you look on the internet, you'll see all the women they don't want no average man. Everybody want a man who's making $100,000, $200,000 and up, and that's only 3% of people, the population in the world.
Half of them women can't even cook.
Yeah.
But you want a man making $100,000 a year. You can't even cook.
So it's like when you a negative path is almost stupid not to go down. If you think about it, sometimes if you stand in the shoes of a young man out here who trying to figure his way out and he don't have no mentor or no example, it ain't about talking to him. It's the example that's important. If he don't have the example to look to, the living example.
I call it a picture.
Yeah, and that picture got to be more attractive than the devil picture, because they make some mean pictures out here, bro. Yeah, it's hard to it's hard for me, man. You know what I'm saying? It's almost impossible.
Let me chime in. And I'm looking at you. I'm speaking about you, but I'm still relating to myself. It's a process. You know, when I was laying on the couch crying myself to sleep, 2-time divorcee, didn't feel I was fit to preach no more, wasn't gonna kill myself, but let me just be cool. Why I got to be all in Let me just move back to Texas and move around in silence. Why I got to be all in the front, God, right? But he gave me an amazing another chance. 57 with a 2-year-old and a 4-year-old. I got some amazing older kids. Unfortunately, I missed a lot of those moments because I was in Korea, I was in Iraq, I was in Desert Storm, I was in Germany. Building that looked like a cluster saws, noisy, plaster flying all the way. We passed the building that we passed a few months ago, and Sean said, man, the building is up now, right? Into there. And so everything that God has allowed you to go through is for his glory.
Man.
And you're going to be able,